And what would you say was the most valuable thing out of the upscaler experience for you and your startup?
Before I go into some details there, I have to say that I really found this program very useful, extremely useful. It's not just a program where you learn some theory. For us, or at least from my point of view, it was really hands-on, really focused, giving us the overview and the feedback that maybe you lack, especially if you are in the middle of growing a business, keeping the business, looking into the future at the same time. So there are a lot of challenges there, and through this program, we really learned, focus on the important things, take action, do not postpone things that have to be done today, and has been really after every session I felt inspired and empowered.
Wonderful.
It's also super fun. We had sessions first hour going to burn, but we were all so much looking forward to it. So it's not only very useful, but was very fun and very rewarding.
Sounds like a really great program, honestly.
It is. I rarely see programs that work so well.
Fantastic. Recently, you were also part of the UpScaler program, which is organized by the Swiss Entrepreneurs Foundation. What would you say was the most valuable thing to come out of this UpScaler experience for your startup?
Yes, we had this very nice experience with the UpScaler program. The way we used that was that we had actually prepared kind of our first version of the pitch deck for the financing round. And then I got in contact with Peter Stähli, and he offered, namely, to organize a group of specialists, of experts from the venture capital side, who would be willing to test our pitch and to give us feedback and to allow us to further improve then until the final version that we would then finally go out with. And that was a very valuable exercise we did with them.
And we at Swisspreneur, we are huge fans of the Net Promoter Score, because usually the Net Promoter Score is just a great tool to assess the quality of something. 1 is like, you're not going to recommend it at all, and 10 is you're very likely going to recommend it. So if you had to give the UpScaler program a rating between 1 and 10, what number would you choose?
I would say it's probably an 8.
Recently, you were also part of the UpScaler program, which is organized by the Swiss Entrepreneur Foundation. What would you say has been the most valuable thing to come out of the UpScaler experience for your company?
I think it's so the first workshop, they call it the 360 degrees workshop, where they really dig into your company and like really have this view and ask about like the board, finance, strategy, team, etc. So they really want to understand the whole startup. And there, for me, it was fascinating how much time, firstly, they invested so in advance. And this workshop, I think, lasted like 5 hours. It was really exhausting at the end, but very, very constructive and good. And I was like fascinated how like they could find like each weak point that we had. So it was like, it gave me a huge transparency into like our weak spots that we have in our company. And to afterwards, at the end, actually, this was our agenda for the follow-up workshops.
Are there any experts that you can call by name that really helped you along that program?
So far, it's the two Peters, so Peter Stähli and Peter Balsiger, that these were also the challenger in the beginning with the 360 degrees analysis, and also afterwards, like kind of developing with us this new strategy. So with them, we had a really good cooperation so far.
Awesome. So, we here at Swisspreneur, we are big fans of the Net Promoter Score. We always use the score to assess our content, but also events that we do. So in that regard, I would also like to ask you, what's your rating of the actual UpScaler program overall, your experience on a scale from 1 to 10? 1 is very bad and 10 is pure awesomeness.
I would say it's between the 8 and 10, because these are the ones that count for the positive ones, for the recommendation. Right. So I'm definitely in that area.